Welcome to Face Palm Wednesday, the segment on the internet where we respond to videos on the internet. And today we have a special guest. Actually, we have two special guests that I'm going to be responding to. Actually, just one. But this is actually, there's two videos in this response that I'm responding to because it's actually somebody responding to somebody else. Both of those videos will be linked down below in the description. But there's this smart, intelligent 12-year-old who made a video on why he hates feminism. The video got over 60,000 views. The kid had like 5 subscribers, and now he has over 10,000 subscribers. Which is pretty cool because normally you don't see 12-year-olds with such an open mind and can even pronounce words like egalitarianism. You just don't see that in 12-year-olds very often. But of course, because this 12-year-old got some good, positive attention, there always has to be that one fat little piece of lard who has to get his 2 cents in on why this 12-year-old is wrong and attacks a 12-year-old for no goddamn reason, offering nothing of substance to a conversation or dialogue. It's like, dude, okay, you're 15, 16, you're 20 years old. Why are you white knighting feminism, but why are you attacking a 12-year-old who is clearly more smarter? I almost said more smarter. Who is smarter than you?
Hi kids, today I'm going to be trying something a bit different, and by a bit different I mean I'm going to be copying a more successful YouTuber who makes more money than I do. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a reaction commentary. Just as a quick experiment. So a lot of you probably know by now that YouTube is cancer. I mean, you found my channel after all. But today I'm going to be talking about a very specific kind of cancer. You've probably seen it before. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, here's some examples. Yeah, that's right, I'm talking anti-feminists. For those of you who don't know about Latin word roots, an anti-feminist is someone who is against the feminism movement.
Wow, I feel so much smarter already, like my IQ is just going off the charts right now. I never knew that the word anti means that you're not for it.
And feminism is, I quote, the advocacy of women's rights on the grounds of political, social, and economic equality to men. So basically, in short, an anti-feminist is a misogynistic asshole.
You know, I just love it when people think that if you don't agree with an ideology or a movement, therefore you're automatically a bigot, racist, sexist, misogynist. Just because I'm not part of a movement that I don't want to be associated with does not mean that I'm misogynist and hate women. And you can call people misogynist, but the real demonstration if someone's a misogynist, truly one, is how they treat women on their day-to-day life. But my only response to that is if you're going to call someone a misogynist, please demonstrate on how they contribute to their misogyny around them just because they don't agree with a ideology or movement. Because that's really not an actual argument for why someone is misogynistic. Of all the people who've called me misogynistic over the few years, the 6-7 years I've been on YouTube, I think 8 years actually, no one has ever demonstrated to me on how I'm this thing. They just say it as some sort of word to throw at me because that's what they think I am. But have I beat women? Do I degrade women? Do I sexually objectify or rape women? No. So if you're gonna call someone a racist, if you're gonna call someone a sexist, if you're gonna call someone a misogynist, demonstrate, for the viewer at least, an argument on how they are that thing. That's all I'm asking. Because then I'll actually have something to respond to other than idiocy like, oh, you're misogynistic. Come on, put some more effort into it. Show me how I'm that way.
So today I decided to delve into this memescape for the freshest, juiciest meme. And guess what? I found it.
Today we will be talking about feminism.
Ah yes, we, as in you and your 2 subscribers.
Oh boy, you're one of those little shits. The people who have to say like, oh look, you have nothing of value to say because you have 2 little subscribers. What possibly could anyone say because, you know, subscriber count automatically means intellect, right? There are plenty of small YouTubers who I watch, who I've even featured on my channel here, who are extremely intelligent, who are very smart, and who have less than 5,000 subscribers. Does that mean that just because you have less of a number, therefore you're less intelligent? Like, do you not understand what you're making here? Why does numbers even matter in this case? And what I find really funny is that now, yeah, he had 2 subscribers there. Now, guess what? He has 10,000 and you only have 159. So what does that say about you? Is this 12-year-old somehow more intelligent than you now because his numbers are bigger and larger and fatter?
And how absolutely moronic it is.
Alright, so you know he could have said, I don't like certain aspects of feminism, or some of the more radical people kind of piss me off. But no, he's just going straight for the whole movement. Like, okay, alright, go on, kid.
First, I'm going to say that I'm not against women's equal rights. That's not actually what they're preaching. I mean, that's what they say they preach, but
Oh boy, it looks like he's already going for the stupid, "No, it's not feminism, guys, it's egalitarianism" argument that every 12-year-old atheist brony ever in the entire world has used. But it seems to be that a lot of these so-called egalitarians seem to be pretty biased, as we will see soon. Oh yeah, also nice 2008 meme, man.
That's right, but they say their preaching is actually called egalitarianism.
No, it isn't. It's still just called feminism.
My question to you would be asking you, how can you demonstrate that egalitarianism is somehow wrong or it's a bad thing? What is problematic? God, I keep fucking finding myself saying problematic all the time since that Lazy Green video. But, what is wrong with egalitarianism? Egalitarianism wants equality for every single person, and I don't see why that's a word you're so against or think that this kid shouldn't be using. If egalitarianism is about equality, then why do you need to call yourself a feminist? Like, you have two definitions of a word, one that actually wants equality for everyone, and then a word that is all about female dominance, supremacy, and all that jazz. Not saying that every feminist falls into that category, but that it is the majority at college campuses and so on and so forth.
So, now I'm going to be talking about how completely wrong they are.
Why the hell is this little kid just walking around in his room? Seriously, I'm having difficulty understanding this. It's like he can't stop walking for 5 seconds, or else his little anti-SJW brain will just explode all over the walls.
That is your criticism of this kid because he's walking around looking at a camera? Perhaps he's nervous. Perhaps he's never recorded himself with a camera into his face. It can be a bit intimidating talking to a gigantic camera lens for your very first time. But of course, you wouldn't know that, would you? All those little scrub little shits who play video games and talk with commentary. Not that I'm dissing people who do that, but I would argue that putting yourself on the internet like this, what I'm doing, what this kid is doing, is a lot more challenging and harder to speak in front of an audience, especially with minimal editing, showing your face out to thousands of people. Again, I'm not dissing Let's Players, but I do think they have a lot easier job when they record gameplay over stuff.
Now, I mean, females used to be discriminated against.
Yes, women aren't ever discriminated against at all anymore. That's a thing of the past, man. Definitely, there's never been any recorded instances of this ever happening at all. Plus, you can tell he's a crazy anti-feminist because he only refers to women as females, like there's some kind of laboratory experiment he's worried that they're gonna escape and, like, kill him or something.
But now, they actually have it better in a lot of things. So let's see some of the male privilege they talk of.
Alright, kids, let's break this down. I'm not going to talk about homicide and suicide victims because I'm not an expert in that type of field. So, you know, I don't really care. Same with custody.
Oh, really? You don't really care? So how the fuck can you call yourself a feminist if feminism is truly about the equality of men and women like you claim it to be? How can you not care about the suicide rate among men? How can you not care about the custody laws of women getting the custody of their child far more than a man? How can you not care about these things if you say that feminism is about equality of men and women? You just contradicted yourself in your video here, and might I even bring up the idea of fucking prison sentences with women. Women rapes a fucking little boy and she gets 5 years in prison. A man rapes a little girl and he gets 50 years in prison. Why is there a different prison sentence just because your gender is different? That in itself is inequality. Inequality that you don't give a shit about because you are a dumb fuck.
But look at these interesting things here. Combat deaths and industrial deaths and accidents. Wow, it's almost as if the jobs that those deaths cause are... There somehow might be less women in those occupations. Almost as if, there's discrimination against them joining. Holy crap!
Are you fucking serious? Discrimination against them joining industry work? Let me tell you something, buddy. How often are you going to see a woman who gets a job in metal welding, specifically underwater metal welding, who wears a bunch of heavy gear, who goes 500 feet under the water in a scuba set with gigantic 20-pound metal tools to weld bridge parts or bridge, legs that are under the water? How many women are you going to see that? I'm sure there's a couple out there. But the reason that there's more deaths in industry work is because most women don't want to work in the industry work with gigantic mechanical machines that can fall on you, kill you, slice you, or whatever. A lot of these big engineering jobs where you're working on gigantic parts and metals or construction work, they're far more dangerous and they require someone who is biologically stronger. That's not to say that women can't get a job working in construction or becoming a welder. They can. There is equal opportunity for women in those fields if they have a passion for that job field. But no, we're on the rise of fucking women with their fucking writing degrees. Not that there's anything wrong with writing. Or gender studies, or a goddamn worthless psychology degree. Sorry to say, if you're a guy or girl with a fucking bachelor degree in psychology, chances are you're not gonna get a good job with that. If you're going for easily fucking art degrees, or a degree in painting or whatever, you're naturally not going to make as much money, and you're not going to be falling into the line of work to where industry people, mainly men, get killed and hurt a lot more because it's more of a male-dominated field because of the line of work it requires. It is not that hard to understand that.
So the kid just his voice just goes away. It might be because of shoddy editing, but I think he's just so irredeemably smug about finally beating all those horrible feminists that his voice just it broke. His microphone exploded. Did he even check this video before he uploaded it? I really doubt it. The type of quality control that a 12-year-old kid with a crap microphone has. Oh, but at least he put up some anti-feminist memes from 2003. That's what really matters. So yeah, that's about it for this video. There's no real content here to make fun of after that point. So anyway, this is my first time making a commentary. If you thought it was funny, maybe like it, give a comment or something.
No, as you can see here, I dislike the video because it was absolute utter pile of shit.
I might make more of them. So yeah, see ya.
No, for our sake, please don't make more of them. Okay guys, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a fucking thumbs up. Thumbs ups really do help my videos a lot. They get people to see it more. It moves up on the YouTube's ranking algorithm system. Also, all my social media is linked down below. I added a few more things to my social media links, including a Reddit thread. I now have a subreddit. I've had a subreddit for a long time, but I'm going to start posting on there more frequently because YouTube doesn't like to send out videos in my sub box to all of my peoples. So, if you use Reddit, feel free to click my Reddit link down below. You can subscribe to that subreddit. I'll be posting all my newest videos on there when they go live. TeamSpeak is also linked down below. As always, all my social media is linked down below. I should probably just make an outro with all my social media on it. Be a lot easier than saying this at every single one of my videos. But thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Wednesday.